This is what you do with an old ice cooler that is worn out, but yet doesn't leak water. This is what I do with them. I'm doing one right now. It's a DIY cooler unit. You got the exhaust, intake. Either way, it doesn't matter. Pretty much have the cool air intake that's feeding my big flower tent. That line's going to go into here, and then either the fan, or I'll have a line coming out of here, and then I may have a pusher fan on it. We'll see if the negative pressure. We'll do two tests. We're going to do the test on just what the negative pressure from the tent draws going through this, and we'll do a test. I'll end up getting a fan, and we're gonna see how efficient it works without running the AC unit. My AC unit runs at 1015 watts out of the wall, between 1015, 1020, and 10 amps. That takes a lot of freaking power. That's gonna just kill your profit line and your expense on grow. At that point, you know, that would make it no sense. Just if you get to that level with the lights, you're not really gonna be saving money growing your own, is what I'm getting at. So this is what we're gonna do, and here is gonna be, if I can find them, I have to probably go to the grocery stores. The big blocks of ice, not the chunks. The blocks last longer. It should be able to cool it for at least 24 hours, if not a little bit longer. We'll see. Depends on how much heat's getting pulled through here. The blocks last a long time. So it's basically going to be pulling the cool air from the cooler through the line. And hopefully we should see about a 5-degree difference is what I'm aiming for. I've done this before, worked pretty well, but this is a different size cooler, different size area that I'm doing it to, so we'll see how it works out. And hopefully this will save some of you guys some serious money that are growing in some heat. I'm growing in heat as well. As you know, Colorado, we can get 90, 100 degrees, and our 90 and 100 are way hotter than the deserts, mostly Arizona and places like that, is because we're a mile high in the air, so our sun intensity is way more than it is when you're at sea level or below sea level. So it's like we always say in Colorado, it's like a 20-degree difference from standing in the shade to standing in the sun. So let me get to cracking. I'm gonna finish this cut. I already started a little bit, so we'll be in and out as I go through this. Alrighty. This is looks like this little foam. And my blade obviously didn't get to this whole piece, so I'll work on getting that done. thought I'd show you what the inside of a cooler looks like if you never knew. 6-inch hole. I got a 6-inch cool air intake, so if you're doing 4-inch, do 4-inch, 6-inch, 6-inch. Just make sure that you look at the cooler, because you can see how this one has a lip right here. It's pretty thick, so see how close I got here. This is where the lip starts. Same thing here. So what I actually did is you can see the black marks here, 6 inches over to here, and I went from here and I ended up drawing the same gap from there to there. Where the 6-inch center was, I drilled through this way because the other side is totally flat. So I drilled here so I can tell where my center is on this top, because this top is a lot bigger. So you mess up and offset this in any way, you would be sitting on that inside lip and it'd be all screwed up. So always check the inside, find the square spot or the flat spot. Yeah, unless you got a ginormous cup, this would be a nice cup cooler as well. So we'll keep moving on now. I got the, for me, this will be the exhaust going into the tent, and this will be the intake. So I'm going to go ahead and just drill this one, cut this one too. Now, as you know, this is exhaust tubing, so let me don't have to be perfect size holes or anything like that, because it's exhaust tubing, so it should easily fit in here no matter what. You flex it in, whatever, as long as you get the 6-inch in diameter. As far as ID, inner diameter, you'll be all right. Now I might do it two ways. You can just stick the actual tube in here. What I might do, if I have time, we'll see. You can buy the 6-inch air ducting flanges, and what they do is they go in and you bend the tabs, so it'll be like a 4-inch piece that'll be permanent on here, and then you slide your tubing over that. That's probably what I'm going to do. But if you want to stick with just straight budget and all that, you can literally just stick your hose in here. But I'm going to do it with the actual fitting that goes in here, so I can take my tubes on and off if I need to. So yeah, all your water will build up in here. Of course, if you're using a cooler, you'll have a natural drain, so you can walk it over to your toilet wherever you want and dump the water. You can even have this thing on a table or something at an angle, and you can have it draining from a hose into a drain somewhere, so it's automatically draining. There's numbers of things you can do. So alrighty, this is it for this part. Like I said, I'm gonna probably try to go get those flanges and do it that way, and then we'll get that cracking and get it hooked up and do the test. We'll check temps. I'll wait till the temps stabilize in the tent, and of course record those, and then as it goes on we'll do 30-minute increments to see if there's any temperature change and what it is. So awesome. This is a way to keep you from running an expensive AC unit. Like I said, mine drew 10 amps, a little over 10 amps from the wall at 1,015 watts is what it was drawing when the AC was on. I mean, you gotta look at that. That's a freaking 1,000 HPS or 1,000 or 1,600 watt LED, if not more than that. Anyway, actually I drew more power than my 1,600 Mars 2, so let's try to avoid running that AC, which keeps all the costs down, because that's our goal. That's the benefit of outside growing, is you have no real electrical expense. So the goal on the inside is do what you can to eliminate any extra electrical usage when you can. So alrighty, we'll be back with some more work. 6-inch air ducting. It's got the nice little bendable fingers. Let's go in there. Made the hole snug, so it literally pops in there like that. Bam. Then I'll bend the fingers, and there's your intake and exhaust on homemade cooler. Air cooler. So obviously the air is going to flow in one and out the other. How about that? Now it's time to, we'll wait a little while till the girls wake up. They gotta, actually the girls are awake because they're in veg, but I do have 2 plants in flower under the Z-Net 4, so I'm gonna wait for them to wake up, because I don't want to chance having any light leaks and all that good stuff when I'm messing around in there. So we'll wait till that happens. What I'm doing now is just reaching in, bending the tabs with my hand, obviously. Just reach in, bend the little fingers. It does all the work for you, pretty much. You don't need to go crazy and put silicone. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but I don't see any point, really. I mean, the air is going to flow with the least resistance, very similar to what water does. So yes, you'll lose a little bit, but not enough to really matter. So, alright, there's the deal, all set up. We're going to even put this underneath like that. All good. Nice and tight. Not going to go anywhere, so easy slip on and off. In case you want to empty it, do whatever. And there it is. This is all to see if I can get away without using the AC unit. Keep the budget as low as possible, be more efficient. To some people, it'd be greener about it using no electricity, just using ice. I'd recommend the big cube, the big rectangle solid cubes, not the actual small cubes. Of course, they melt faster. So getting a big cube would probably last you a day, maybe two. It'll last a while. So, alrighty, we'll be doing the install and then the test run here shortly. It's 90 degrees, 0% humidity. And hold on, I'm outside the tent. I'm gonna try to leave it closed so the temperature stays normal, what it would be. This light's not turned on. Those two are, just not this one. So it would probably raise it up to about 92, maybe 91, and that's on. But they're all in veg mode, so flower they would run even hotter. Just want to do that quick video, and we will do the install on this right now. They're on, you can't see it because it's red, but it's right next to that gauge on the exhaust line, so it's at 90 degrees. So we're going to monitor that. The gauge is at 90 degrees. Okay. So the room and that exhaust are both at 90. There's our little contraption. Nice and discreet. It's got 2 blocks of ice in there plus 1 crushed. This is the weird, you can't see it through the camera. Like that. It's about 80 degrees. It's about 79, 80 degrees from, this is the exhaust out of the cooler, intake out of the cooler. So we'll give this some time and do the test. We're also, I don't know if you noticed, the humidity was 0 in there, so we'll see. This design is going to add humidity to your room. It's water in there, ice, so I'm going to do it this way, and we'll be able to see the humidity gain. And then I'm going to do it a different way, is I'm going to put these in there through here, and then I'll have a tube like this. This is solid, this is the flex soft stuff. We'll have the solid go from one side to the next. So what will actually happen is the tube itself gets cold, but it won't have the humidity. So if you're in need of humidity, this is the way to do it. If you don't want humidity being in flower or wherever your area is, then what I would do is run the female in each hole, and then run this solid stuff from one to the other and get it down close to the ice, so this tube gets really cold. This is cold. So when it's down in there, and then that's what will change your air temperature. Also, I have some negative pressure pulling from this. It'll be a lot more efficient if there was actually a little fan, which I'll probably end up picking one up, and we'll see how it performs with and without the fan. So this will be a long video. I thought it would be uploaded tonight, but it's not. Right now the tube has dropped to 77 degrees. God, you guys, for some reason it just don't want to pick up the LED. So can't see it, but anyways, it's at 77 degrees. 76. Oh, there we go. 75. So you can see it's getting colder. Well, it looks like it dropped at 5 degrees and added no humidity. So now it's 85 at 0%. Tube's at 70. 78 or so. So pretty much what I would say is we're going to run the fan. The tube is 86, 1 degree difference between the meter and the actual exhaust tube. So we got 85, 86. So inside the Mars 1600, it's running about 98. About 98 degrees inside the Mars 1800. And it's about 90 degrees, 89. About 89 degrees inside the 144.3, so 5 degree drop. It's not bad. Now I will do another update. I'm going to go ahead and post this video like it is. I will do another update with a fan in line. I'll probably pick that up tomorrow and have a fan blowing through there. And there should be a dramatic difference in the temperature for sure. So there was a lot more negative pressure before, but not anymore. I kind of dropped off a little bit of the negative pressure because the DIY tent runs the exhaust tube there, and that goes actually into the top of the main flower tent. So the negative pressure does a number on the DIY tent. I don't know if you can see, but it's sucked in real good. So it's actually filtering out the DIY tent off of this one fan and carbon filter. So I'm filtering both rooms, same fan, same filter. That's basically a buy one get one free on that. So alrighty, sorry about the video being so long, but this is a lot of info. I'll still switch this to the actual straight tube, but I want to do the inline fan first, pushing air through here, increasing the volume of air, of cold air, and should see maybe a 10 degree difference is what we're shooting for. So right now we have 5, but in our world 5 degrees is a lot. It's good. More the better, but the 5, just like it is now on straight negative pressure, if you have that in your tent, this is a way to do it. As far as ice goes, I bought it from the store, but what I would do is to save money, you know, just get a plastic tote or whatever, start freezing your own ice. The big block cubes, they take a lot longer to thaw out, so they can last you a couple days. I will see how long this one goes, but that's how it is. Y'all have a good one. Colorado's finest, and we're out of here.